come 5 seconds away. Here it goes. The Western Conference champions are the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to the NBA Finals. Dallas was too much, and they take this series 4 games to 1.
Class act here by the fans here, supporting this very young Minnesota Timberwolves team with a nice chant.
Here we go. The Timberwolves are heading west to Los Angeles.
Lakers versus Timberwolves, but nothing beats playoff basketball, y'all.
The vibes of the fan base right now are amazing. We won't smoke with anyone, okay? I don't care if my mom was a Laker fan, I got smoke for her.
The Ant-Man is coming.
Welcome everyone to Los Angeles, a city fueled by star power. Anthony Edwards, hotter than fish grease, and it's all coming up good for the Timberwolves. Wet, cash out.
If you're going to talk about heartbreak, you got to think about the history of Minnesota sports.
Last year I got so frustrated with Minnesota sports.
What do you mean you
it's every
Son of a bitch! Oh my gosh.
Even going back to 1960 when the Minneapolis Lakers moved to Los Angeles and we lost the NBA after George Mikan and that group winning 5 NBA championships. And it was heartbreaking for Minnesota fans. I mean, to lose your franchise like that. And then, of course, as a kid growing up, I grew up in the time of the Minnesota Vikings, the Purple People Eaters, and 4 Super Bowl losses as well kind of adds to the angst that we have. When I first started broadcasting and Kevin Garnett was here.
Garnett beneath the foul line, the fadeaway with a hand in his face in the air for the win!
That 8-year run of making the playoffs every year was because Kevin Garnett was so great. He carried Minnesota into the playoffs. You go 16 years in the desert with no successful teams. To be able to have a run like that last year reminded me of 2003, 2004. The way that the energy in the building again, and the way that Ant went at KD.
They got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniels.
Edwards. Anthony Edwards trying to make a name for himself in the postseason. Important game 2 with the favorite in this series trailing. They're geared up for tonight. LeBron James 3. Luka Doncic. Lakers are going to win it by 9.
Welcome to Minneapolis. Playoff basketball returns to the Twin Cities. Target Center's packed. Layup banks it home. Edwards against Finney Smith. Step back, jump shot. Got it! Anthony Edwards, another clutch shot. Largest lead of the game.
Alex and Marc, take 1.
Marc Lore and Alex Rodriguez.
Marc and A-Rod
will become new owners of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
What do you remember about the first time you met Ant?
Well, for me, he had no idea who the hell I was.
Who is he?
The baseball player, Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yes, sir. It's funny because the one person he reminds me of is a guy that I came up loving and admiring and was a great mentor to me, and that's Kirby Puckett.
Back is Puckett, he's at the fence, he leaps up, he caught it!
He was always happy. He won 2 titles here, he was a center fielder. What Kirby Puckett did is he gave people in Minnesota hope.
I signed a 5-year contract, and I was a Twin for the rest of my career. So.
I think Ant gives you that same hope.
You have to know the culture you want to create, bring in players that align with that culture, and it's that continuity that brings out the magic, not sacrificing the short term for the long term. We want to create a sustainable culture of winning.
Playing for George Steinbrenner, what I learned is investing in the very best people, in the best culture, and making the players' experience one that makes them play at their highest level. But then there's elements that you see championship teams have year in and year out. Great teams never beat themselves, and great teams usually have great discipline. So if you always force the other team to have to beat you, and you have as much talent as them, then it's just math. There is a little bit of a culture shift when it comes to mentality, even from our fan base, because now, even though things are going well, they're like, okay, what's going to happen?
When's the shoe gonna drop?
Yeah, when is the shoe going to drop?
Fans are great, especially around like crunch time, where it's like we got to win this game to get in the playoffs, or like it get heated. Like the fans, they get better and better. So I mean, I want to get used to, like I said, changing the culture and going to the playoffs, so the fans are always there.
He is one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet, but like Jordan, like Magic, he'll just rip your heart right out of your chest, and he is a killer.
This is what I was talking about the other day. We get a lead and get comfortable. Keep your foot on the gas.
If you look at it, I mean, the stats don't lie. Look at his three-point percentage, you know, every year he's getting better. He's now on more than 10 attempts. He's over like his 39.5% from three, right? His free throw percentage is getting better every year. The points every year.
Of course, I used to be one-dimensional, just handle the ball all day, try to create shots for myself. But like I said, I've gotten better and better, being able to move without the ball, cut, screen for my teammates, and get other guys open.
He's obsessed about improving, and he's putting the work in to support it and back it up.
Back at it again here this afternoon. Lakers and Timberwolves game 4. Handle left open. This one back goes down. Edwards drives. Inside, McDaniels on the slam. Razzle dazzle inside layup. Banks ahead. Nas Reed, three-pointer. Puts it in. DiVincenzo inside layup. It's good.
My name is Javair Gillett. I am the Vice President of Sports Science and Performance for the Minnesota Timberwolves. My role is multifaceted. There's many aspects of performance. Not only strength and conditioning, what's going on in the weight room, but you're also looking at nutrition and mental performance, and all of these aspects come together on the court. And so I like to use what I call a transferable strength index. This is multiple variables that then transfer onto the court. Anthony is above and beyond at the top. He jokes around that he could play football.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But I believe if he trained specifically for that sport, he could. Why? Because he has good hips. His step back, his ability to decelerate on a dime and create separation, that's a function of strength. The ability to do that without knee pain, that's the work in the weight room. You know, and then his explosiveness, right? Modifying things in season, all of a sudden now, you know, you're heading into the playoffs and you're maximizing your explosiveness. A lot of that is to the credit of the work in the weight room.
My range will be crazy for next year.
So what's the biggest thing you learned in the playoffs, man?
In the playoffs?
Yeah.
You gotta be in shape, bro. It's not something you can train for until you go through it, though. Like,
right.
Yeah, you can't train for playing in June.
Right.
If you haven't, you know what I mean?
You ain't never done it.
Now you know how to train for it.
Right.
Yeah. Now I see why be missing all those games.
Right.
It all starting to make sense now.
That makes sense.
What? I had no legs in the conference finals, bro. I ain't have nothing. The first day of shoot around after we beat Denver.
Yep.
I knew it was ugly.
Right.
I was shooting. I ain't have no length on my jumper. Yep. I'm like, yeah, this finna be ugly.
Short. They're short.
Yeah. We'll be back though. We're gonna be back for sure.
I'm definitely thinking about the playoffs. Like, I gotta be ready to go. You know. I'm not a big film guy. That's the thing. Like, and my coaches be getting mad at me because, like, I'm not a big film guy, but I don't really give a f***. I'm not gonna lie. I be watching a lot of Luka tape. Like, he ISOs a lot, but he runs pick and roll a lot, and, like, he manipulated to where he can get his shot a whole bunch of times. And I'm like, bro, how he do that? So, like, just learning, like, the reads that he made from reading the low man to being able to throw the pass to Big Ruth or hitting the corner to Mike or Jade. Like, so I definitely watch a lot of Luka because he makes, like, the defense do what he want them to do. And, like, I got to learn that a little more.
When you walk into the gym with your crew and you go, we got a chance to win every single night. That's how I feel every time when I walk into the gym with Ant. You know, we all walk in a little bit taller, a little bit stronger, a little more confident because we always know we got that home run hitter on our side.
Let's get it.
Batman, Superman, Lakers in 5. Hey, Jew, they hate to see me talking now, Jew. You ain't walking. Man, that boy. I'm minding my business, man. How y'all gonna be with me? I just sent y'all home. Man, they talking shit all week. Lakers in 5. And then look, when we was up 3-1, they said Lakers in 7. Go to hell today. Hey, Ty, what is it? Hey, the good guy gonna die in this movie. Tell you, the good guy gonna die in this movie. Lakers in 5.
Bro, we shot 7 for 47 from 3, and we beat Luka and LeBron. I think they the best closers in the game. So who the you worried about? Steven, he had all the writers like that get a vote on ESPN. It was 7. They had Lakers in 6, Lakers in 7, Lakers in 5, Lakers in 4, Lakers in 5, Lakers in 6, Lakers in 5. None of this. Nobody had the
Nobody. Not one person.
You know what really turned me up, dog? You know what really turned me up? Paul Pierce. When Luka hit that 3 to tie the game up, I couldn't even feel my body. That was shaking, brother. That was shaking so crazy. But it was like 2K. I swear to God, bro. Yes, bro. That was shaking, bro. I swear to God, I was like, bro, what the f? I nigga on the front row. He was like, you're 0 for 11. I said, and y'all finna lose. He said, you're 0 for 11 from 3. Stop shooting. I said, y'all finna lose. Go home. Beat the traffic, man.
Mud talk, I'm misunderstood cause I stood out. This one gon' make me bring the hood out. This one gon' make me bring the blues out. Before I ever go and catch some C's, gotta catch me an M. I got it out the mud, look at the dirt on my skin. I had to tell my baby bro to keep your head in the gym. Because with our circumstances, see our chances are slim. And when you come from where I come from, they don't want you to win. That's why there's 9 on my side like a Siamese twin. And I don't like to play games, but if we playing, then we playing to win. No, I'm for real. Cause if we ever lose, we playing again.